One reason investigators are having trouble with the timeline, pinning it down precisely, is that while the Mandalay Bay Hotel has a lot of cameras watching the casino floor, it turns out there aren't many in the hallways and probably none in the hotel rooms. Is that part of the problem? Brian Claypool is a lawyer. He was also an eyewitness to the Vegas attack. He was physically there, and he joins us tonight. Brian, give us just a recap of where you were when this happened.
Yeah, Tucker, I was sitting in what's called the VIP section. It was the Neon Lounge. I was actually in the front row, so my seats were actually exposed to the shooter. Initially heard some sound like firecrackers. I looked up in the sky. I didn't see any lights or anything, so I got worried. I stared at Jason Aldean. He was singing. He kind of paused during his song. I got worried. I was staring right at him for a signal. Then I heard about 5 or 10 more pops. He runs off the stage. I immediately knew this is not good. And I jumped up and tried to exit, and then you heard the barrage of bullets just came. It was an onslaught of bullets.
Yeah, it's never fireworks, ever. So you have obviously more interest in this than the average person, since you were literally fired upon. Tell me if you can clarify this. There are reports today that Paddock was in a freight elevator at least once in the hotel. Is that true? Is it normal for guests to find their way into freight elevators? And why are there no cameras in freight elevators? I thought there were always cameras in elevators.
Yeah, Tucker, you're raising a great point. It's absolutely not protocol for casino owners to allow guests to use service freight elevators. Let me make one thing clear, too, because I'm a survivor. I'm going to be representing some people in a case against the Mandalay Bay. And I will tell you, Tucker, everybody across this country has a personal stake in getting to the truth of the matter here. Why don't we have any transparency from the Mandalay Bay and MGM? You made a great point a few minutes ago. Where's the surveillance video of Paddock in the service freight elevator? Why don't we take a look at that? What was he carrying, for example, in that freight elevator? Why weren't there cameras in the hallway? Again, this is Las Vegas, not Pittsburgh or Domain, Iowa. This is a town where a lot of things happen in hallways and elevators. So, and then you have the issue.
Well, wait, can I just answer your question? May I just answer your question? I mean, with respect, I think part of the reason they haven't released a video is because they're terrified of lawyers like you, because you're suing them and they don't want to release the video. Don't you think? Honestly.
Yeah, but Tucker, if the truth of the matter is that Campos was shot upon just before Paddock starts shooting out to where I was sitting, if that information benefits the MGM, then why not release the digital record, the timestamp of that phone call that he makes down there? Why not, for example, release cell phone records? Why not, for example, here's another point. Why not release the dispatch? In other words, Mandalay Bay security gets the call from Campos. What does the Mandalay Bay do? That's going to be at the thrust of the lawsuit.
So really quick. Right. No, those are all fair questions, but I just want to know if, as a factual matter, do you know if the hotel has given over all of its surveillance video to investigators?
That I don't know, but what we will do, well, I'm sure they had to. I'm sure the investigators come in.
So.
They've got to cooperate in the investigation and turn it over. We will send what's called a preservation of evidence letter, which means you better keep all of that video surveillance and all the audio dispatch for the litigation.
Right. Brian, thanks for joining us tonight.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Tucker.